I'm sorry. That's on me.
Thunder Force. In a world where supervillains are commonplace, two estranged childhood best friends reunite after one creates a treatment that gives them powers to protect their city. I had no idea this movie existed until about a few days ago, but I'm late to this review. It came out over this weekend, and I saw that it was the same guy who made Tammy and these other Melissa McCarthy movies, and then I found out that he is married to Melissa McCarthy, so there's really no surprise there. I first want to defend Melissa McCarthy. No, she is not very good in this film, but I feel like she gets a bad rap. I think that she's a pretty funny actress. She's been in some pretty funny films, and she's given some pretty funny performances. But I can't defend her too much because at this point in her career, she's been in the same movie like a million times. And at this point, I don't know what she's going for. I don't know if she wants to just keep playing these same roles and then cash a quick check. I don't know. Roles where she's just the crazy girl in the group, where she gets hit a lot, she yells a lot, that type of role. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes it works though. I have to give her that. Sometimes it does work. But recently she's been in these films that have been written and directed by her husband, and they have been awful. The reason these films are almost unbearable to watch is because she has to ad-lib most of her scenes, and then they write around those scenes. And I have to give her some credit because ad-libbing scenes is extremely hard to do, but there's only so much you can do. But just a bunch of those scenes which feel like SNL skits just put together in a film, and then they write around that to make a really boring and uninteresting plot with really uninteresting characters, and then expect us to be entertained for an hour and 45 minutes. I mean, the only thing I found entertaining and somewhat funny in this film was Jason Bateman with crab arms. It's exactly what it sounds like. Jason Bateman with crab arms. And it's disappointing too because there are a lot of talented people cast in this film, but it seems like the production and the writers and everyone just doesn't give a shit. You could tell they're on set, they're like, oh, we'll get a quick check and we get to go home and this was put on Netflix, whatever. Maybe I'm not giving Melissa McCarthy and her husband enough credit. They figured out the system. They're like, hey, let's just make a movie together. We both don't have to do too much work. It'll probably be a piece of shit, put on Netflix, but we'll get paid a lot of money. A lot of people go see it, and we can just keep making these films. I mean, I don't really want to break down Thunder Force as a film, but the plot is just not interesting. You would think it would be somewhat interesting because it's supposed to be a superhero film, but it's not at all. There's nothing driving the plot. It's horribly written. Like, the scenes where you can clearly tell it's not ad-libbed, those scenes are terribly written, which makes the plot really boring, makes you not care about your characters or anything that's going on, and you're just sitting there like, this is just a big waste of time. But the more I think about the plot, nothing really makes sense. There's nothing that's driving the plot forward to have it all fit together, to feel like a natural series of events. This movie just feels like a bunch of shitty SNL skits woven together. In the end though, Thunder Force, don't even waste your time. I don't want to watch this film ever again. At this point, I feel bad for Melissa McCarthy because I think she gets a bad rap, but at the same time, I can't feel too bad for her because she keeps picking these same roles. I guess if you enjoyed films like Tammy or The Boss, you'll probably have fun with this. The plot and the story are extremely boring, and I'm somewhat disappointed, even though I didn't have high hopes for this film or anything, but there are talented people in this film, and it seemed like they didn't care. So, why should you? I'm going to give Thunder Force one Davy Dave. I'll give it one Davy Dave for Jason Bateman's crab arms. There you go. Jason Bateman's crab arms, in a weird way, saved this film from a zero. So, Thunder Force, don't watch it. Just don't watch it. Let me know of a new film that you guys watched that you liked. I'm curious to hear. I'm curious to hear new films. And thank you so much for watching. Click here to see more of Dave Dave's Takes.